You crashed the set of the Star Wars Episode 7 film, which J.J. Abrams and so many of those iconic cast members are shooting, and they're shooting it in London.
Yeah, they're shooting it at Pinewood, which is a studio we shot, not all, but a fair bit of Potter stuff in. And I know almost the entire crew from Potter has transferred to Star Wars and are now kind of getting ready for like another 10 years, sort of somewhere, or however long it's going to be, you know. Yeah, it was amazing. I'm actually a very recent Star Wars fan. I actually only watched the original films for the first time this year.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You're
that
kidding.
amazes
That blows, I mean, no, that blows my mind.
It's crazy, and I think my parents were never into it, so it never sort of got passed on. And then, you know, you're a teenager and everyone's telling you to watch something, so you're like, I'm not going to watch what you're telling me to watch. And then, you know, I finally came around to them this year, and they are amazing. And it's fascinating to me because originally, I imagine what made them so successful and popular was because people had never seen effects like that and things like that.
Sure.
But what makes it stand up is how, like, the storytelling and the characters.
Is fantastic.
And, you know, they're brilliant movies. I'm like a new Star Wars fan, which is very weird to be. And I said that.
Did you tell? I mean, I'm sure that J.J. Abrams was there and he was excited. Who was there? Who did you talk to?
Well, I had a conversation with Harrison Ford, which was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It may have been on the Millennium Falcon, which was also really cool.
You were on the so I think we know that. I think
that's why I feel safe saying that, because I feel
because you can't tell us anything else.
I can tell you nothing.
Right.
Like nothing.
Right.
And also because I don't really know anything. I was just going around going, oh, this is fantastic. Right. But I think that
Spaceship.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly. I mean, it's so cool, and it really is. And but what was even cooler about it was, and I did admit to J.J. Abrams and Harrison Ford that I'd only recently seen them, and J.J. Abrams looked at me for a second like I had grown another head, but then Harrison Ford sort of saved me by saying that he has, I think it was saying one of his daughters might not have seen them or something like that, which made me feel a lot better in that moment, because I was pretty, I said it like a really jokey, I've only seen them recently, and immediately sort of thought, that might have gone wrong. That might not have gone down as well as I wanted it to. But no, and the overwhelming atmosphere of the place is just so excited, and everyone, you know, for Harrison Ford, who's been doing these films for so long, to be so excited about the new ones, just, I think is an amazing sign.
He's also just there are very few actors left that have that kind of presence.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's been in so many iconic movies, and he's, you know,
and it's effortless
for so many years, and it's just hilarious. It's just, you know, and he comes on this show all the time, and people just, all he has to do is just raise one eyebrow, and people go crazy. Yeah, you know, he's got that power.
But there's an effortless, and that's what was kind of great about his work in the films as well, is that there's like, it's all hell's breaking loose around him, and it's just so casual, and that is like, it just seemed to be quite like the man I met, which is even cooler.
I told this once before, but I was at like a fair, like a county fair, and there were a lot of kids running around and fun things and trampolines, and Harrison Ford was there and with his family, and I just walked up to him, and there was a bouncy castle that a bunch of kids were in, and I just said, hey, Harrison, get in the bouncy castle, and he looked at me and he said, I don't get in bouncy castles. It just made me really happy.
Well, it's like...
And then he took out a whip and whipped me.